as we've improved into these playoffs. So both of those factors, it's finally the NAVI we've come to expect, but can they match up against Faze? That's the bigger question. We're going to start that question right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first semi-final, Faze Clan versus Nadik Finster. Make some noise! NAVI on the T side, 5 sets of armor, and Rain kicks it off in style. Headshot towards Electronic right at the T steps. They're going to have to rush B, get stuck in, and see if they can find Karrigan at the very back.
Immediate exchange in B. Nico's won that easily. Karrigan's down. That leaves Nico alone. He's already gotten 2. He's still boosted up, and from that angle, he'll take down Edward. A great start and a clean start for Faze.
Yeah, that's wonderful stuff. Rain especially sets the tone for the round. Facing towards T, sets with that silenced USP, blows off the head of one, funnels them up towards B. They have no choice at that point. They've lost everything at the very start. They go in, it looks very lackluster, very forced, and they have no chance. Completely wrecked there. Faze kick it off in style. NAVI will be forced by in the second round, of course. They'll bring out CZs, Desert Eagles, armor, and in terms of grenades, they only have 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs, Matt. That is not ideal. I do not see how they find any sort of entrance here. And you can see Rain, he's hungry for more. Looking down towards the T steps there. A couple of M4s brought to the table here. I'll be in the hands of Nico and Rain. Quite the formidable duo as NAVI head towards the B bomb site. There will be 2 players waiting for them, of course, Nico and Karrigan. A strong duo. Sometimes a bit questionable when Nico brings out the WAWP. That's when it seems to get weaker on that side of the map. But it will be a smoke towards CD spawn or flash over. The bomb's still down at T spawn though, so I can't imagine they'll commit. There we go. Flamey will go and recover it. They should be finishing up. You can see they've got no control towards apartments or second middle right now, so they have to finish towards Banana. They're not really sure as to what they've lost on the other side of the map, but NAVI are a very slow-paced team.
Always have been. Commonality in most CIS teams. I think Vega threw that out the window somewhat.
So Edward throws smoke towards the arch side, trying to hold a rotation off on this side of the map, perhaps, as they get ready. But remember, that's pretty much all the utility they have. This is a perfect boost to counter this sort of play. 1 flashbang over is not going to affect Nico at all. He's got the superior firepower. They wait for the smoke to go down, and that's the cue to get in.
It's the same setup as last time with the boost. Already knows that smoke is soon to dissolve, and he's knowing that no one is on the other side of it, already starting to rotate. Nico falls off, but it's Karrigan to get the kill instead. Karrigan will swing back, and that brings Nico in, but he's gone so low, taking so much damage early on that losing both of them, including the M4 in the site, could be problematic. Simple with the Deagle to get Guardian, and the M4 is down. He's grabbed the MP7 to start, not the gun he was looking for as he backpedaled, but unfortunately, the bomb goes down with him.
Nico not getting as much as I thought there. Perfect position, couldn't find the shots. I don't find myself saying that very often. He whiffs it at top of the new boxes there. You get on that position to avoid flames. Sometimes you can be touched by those, but mainly flashbangs. You cannot be affected. You can see him struggling with that first kill. Karrigan luckily finds a couple of the MP7. Simple though, 2 versus 1, Matt. That can always fall apart, especially when you've got a Deagle in his hand. 2-0 though, and we're force buying again. NAVI are all in. This is unprecedented. What is this? They didn't get a plan. Why have they got a couple of kills, sure, but this doesn't make any sense.
That's the only justification is obviously they're confident with those kills and they know that the economy is going to have to continue to be pressed on the CT side, but really all they're doing is hurting themselves in the long run because they're not going to win this round, certainly not now.
I can't really break that one down for you, makes no sense. That's such a Hail Mary play. You've just given Faze a 5-0 start, essentially. That's nuts. Like, you now have nothing to go into what should be a gun round here. Faze are just going to grow. Their economy's swelling right now. That's some bold call from Zeus and one that I don't like at all. If he got maybe 4 kills there and it was left down to a 1v1, they got the bomb planted, then I'd be saying, yeah, sure, let's give that a go. But that did not justify it.
Yeah, they would have almost been in a position to buy in this round. Rope one together. They're narrowing their money down to about the 2K mark. That's fine because they're about to get a 4th round bonus. 29 on top of that. T side. Wants to work with Guardian. Already spots down alt middle. Only one to find in that position. It's Edward that's still waiting. Simple and Electronic will post up on T stairs. Playing range game with Deagle on Simple, but Guardian does go back and find Flamey on his second peek. Got the aggression and confidence to go for the peek in the top middle late in the round because rifles at range. They know there's pistols up. He's cleanly. It's 4-0. Even then, this max bonus, or the lost bonus is maximized at that point. Even then, if they get 5, they'll be able to buy back in. But a 4-0 start that could have been narrowed down slightly, maybe by 1 round with some more conservation.
Well, here we go. The first gun round will arrive. 4-0 to Faze. They've got a bonus round going into round number 5. Guardian does upgrade, though. He goes to the AWP. Carrigan will stick on the MP7. They know AKs are coming out right now, so we'll have to see what they can do as we proceed with a late start from NAVI here. So AKs, no AWP in the hands of Simple. That's obviously going to be a fact. He couldn't afford one in that round. Guardian will have full control of the map if he sees fit. He is a very aggressive Inferno player, especially on the T side. One of the few AWPers that can make that work. Watch out for his plays as we swap over. It will be him looking towards second middle for now. A slow default from NAVI. Aiming for Banana at the very start. You can see the bomb position itself in that position. It will be Guardian firing a speculative shot there towards the bottom of the middle. Doesn't connect. And the default continues, aiming for apartments once they get Banana. But Electronic is burning here. And down he goes. Nico just watches him go down. He has a nade in his hand. Easy frag. 5 on 4.
Yeah, it's always so tough. You want to commit to that shot. 2 available to him, but landed. In fact, didn't even hit either of the 2 players that were exposed in front of him. Flamey's at least gone in towards boiler position. Zeus Simple's going to head back over to North mid to try and aid the potential A take. Arch side open. It's all fine in a 3-2 split on defense. Make that less so a problem. If Guardian takes down Edward, it'll force Flemmy back in that direction. With the smoke down, he's not sure of exactly what's on the other side, so they don't have anything to work with at all for Navi. They've got mid-wall, that is it, and there's 36 seconds left.
They have not arrived in this semi-final as of yet. This is looking quite horrible from Navi. The forced by decisions, the early blunders with the grenades there. Zeus surely goes down here. That's Carrigan farming $600, 5 on 2. Flamey and Simple, the strongest frag is on the team, but it's going to take an absolute miracle to recover out of this situation. 15 seconds remain. They're segregated right now. The bomb walks in towards the B bomb side. Like, Simple's good, but he's got 10 seconds to find 2 kills here and get the bomb planted.
And to be fair, not only is he now farmed $1,200, but he's also got an AK, so he's farmed a lot more than that in the long run.
Their money must be out of control.
It's got to be huge.
11K on Nico, 10K on Olofmeister, Carrigan, 8,500. They're fully bought up. They didn't have to reinvest in it. They've got 3 AK-47s on the CD side. Do you know what that does? The aggression now that these star players of Faze who are fired up on 5-0, running with money, confidence, kills on the board, they can hold more aggressive angles, go for the one-taps, and not have to rely on M4A4s. Another eco for Navi. Julies are coming out for some reason. Edwards purchased those. This is not looking good.
Not a bad start, Nico. 211 ADR. It's at 9 and 1. Just around, got 4 alone, so certainly benefits. Guardian naturally to have the AWP as well. Going for armor with the pistols, at least on Navi's side, if you want to call it something to work with, but it's hardly that.
It's a partial buy maximum loss bonus. They'll get 3,400 on top, so it's fine to do a partial buy here. The Julie's not a fan of. They cost the same as the CZ. Might as well bring that out. Deagle 700. A little bit more. They'll go towards second middle for now. Edwards trying to make something happen here. Is this a new thing?
I guess. Different tribe than was in Oakland, apparently. Carrigan tries to stop back out with the AK-47. The smoke's going to land in front of him. That'll force him back off the angle. Bait for rain if Olaf can pull them toward his direction. Isolation toward Pit as well. Olaf already out in front of the hill, playing off of rain. It shouldn't be a problem for him, although he gets traded out immediately. That's beneficial because now it opens up the Pit side. Carrigan will shut it all down, though, because at the mid wall, there's nowhere to go. He still had just enough vision to spot the bomb, take it down as well. That leaves Flamey in a 1 versus 3. Guns not available to him, but with the range of the CZ, that's good enough to get Carrigan finally. Guns on the right side if he can get that far. Re-peek out from Nico, and surprisingly good damage dealt from Flamey once more.
Yeah, he's down to 15 HP, unfortunately for him. A valiant attempt from Navi, I have to say. Remember, this is their map pick. Currently looking down the barrel of 6-0. Flamey definitely got somewhat of a chance here, but Guardian will remove him from the round. 6-0 does come in, and here's Carrigan, not known for his high fragging potential, but he certainly bails them out in round number 6. And we'll see another buy coming from Navi. Will they bring out the AWP for the first time? $6,000 on Simple, you'd assume so. He definitely does purchase it. This is a problem. That force buy in the third round really did not make any sense of me. I couldn't work it out why they did that. They just limited themselves without the AWP. Now the game really begins. A full buy for NAVI. The AWP's out. The utility's there. Can Simple shut down the AWP potential of Guardian. Quite the battle, I have to say, on the server. Inferno, a very interesting map for these sort of duels, and Guardian trying to change his position up. You'll see him play Arch, Apartments towards Banana. Just trying to be versatile, trying to be unpredictable, so Zeus can't really work out where he is at the very start of each round.
To wait with Nico in a sandbag position to bait in as well. Could be something in it at bay. Allows Kerrigan to rotate over, so a slightly different detail top toward B. Zeus looks close. Flash over, and it's going to be smoke instead. It wasn't flash, excuse me, but it went too far. Guardian had the angle on it. Peculiar flash, given where it landed. It was more direct side towards CT. Good shot from Electronic at least.
I was about to say this is looking textbook from Guardian. The plays he's making, the flashbangs he's using are stellar, but overall, Electronic fighting back. Finally, they're looking competitive here, 4-4. Less than a minute remaining though. Nico holds strong. Like we said, AK-47 in hand. He'll probably upgrade to that AWP. Head towards the back right of the bomb site. Does call for a rotation. As Electronic clears out the top of B. They've got the bomb on that side of the map. It will be Flamey. He usually lurks on the other side of the map, holding the boiler room. Smoke towards CT spawn. They don't have to commit to B. The bomb's still down at T steps. It looks like this could be all a ruse.
Edwards going to smoke towards CT. An explosion into the site. Nico's there with Kerrigan. They are back to the rifles ever since Guardian's gone down. Offense as well. Pretty standard default at this point. Angle for Nico. Couldn't hit the headshot, but once again, Kerrigan's there to clean up on the alternate side. Make do and make amends perhaps for Nico because he can't find the second kill either. Response from Simple, an awkward one as he almost got taken down originally. 12 HP. At least put the bomb in position and the AWP will still be relevant. Site though, Emo very easy to get an aid toward. Thankfully, there's not one left on the Faze side. Flash out goes too deep.
Oh,
Doesn't matter though. Simple's gonna miss the shot. It's all on to Flamey. 1 versus 2, and they desperately need a round. But a hard well done. As he goes for it, I was gonna say importantly, not only they needed the round, they need to get the AWP back. Flamey's got that. Only one survives, but finally on the board.
Characteristic miss there from Simple. Well, like we said, Flamey has been fantastic the last couple of days. Great work. As Simple did manage to take him down and get the bomb down 4 seconds on the clock. Flamey to close things out. That's what we need. 6-1. Remember though, all 4 players went down, just leaving Flamey alive. Lose this round, that's certainly going to be double eco if no bomb is planted. Rebuy what they can. Was the AWP picked up? I assume it is. Simple.
Yeah, he grabbed it immediately at the amount, so that's brought over.
So going to round number 8 here, single AWP setup. Still pretty decent money for Faze. They are looking a little bit more modest now after that round, about 3K residual cash. And what's the play? Will they change the pace up here? Will they try and get aggressive and try and dominate Banana? They haven't really done that so far. They've been quite timid at the top. It's been working great. That was an unfortunate round. Remember, that was 2 versus 1 that just gave away. Just a great show-stopping play from Flamey.
Hoping that someone's going to get aggressive and caught off toward Boiler. Different approach than playing the standard T-stairs. At least gives Edward confidence to get toward Boiler, as well as a clearance of Flamey inside of the apartment. So good A pressure thus far. Smoke's halfway down, but it won't allow Electronic to get up close to what, again, is Guardian on the op. This time they failed to effectively flash this angle. Again to the arch side, so same setup for Edward that he threw when he was trying to fake out on the pistol.
Well, 45 seconds remaining. Not really much accomplished by NAVI so far, but finally some mid-control comes in. You can see that classic crossfire hold on the A bomb site right now. One in the pit on the bomb site, and then the arch covered as well. Guardian at B once again takes down Simple. Little wall bang thrown in there. Makes it a 5-on-4. Time running down now. Nico knows it's going to be a B-side play. He's waiting for them to push through the smoke, and they're blind as well, but so is he. This could still fall apart for Faze here. He will recover somewhat. It's so chaotic. Who's going to come out on top? Nico for now, but Flamey once again fighting back.
trying to. Edward inside of the site, 1 versus 4. Kerrigan walks in, down he goes. What can you possibly say? They're just getting absolutely wrecked every single duel. 7-1 for Faze, harsh reset. Dealt straight to NAVI.
Isn't the most beautiful CS? Like, Nico had them all lined up, then the flashbangs come in, everyone's spinning around, looking into walls. Great shot by Guardian to get that early information. With 30 seconds remaining, NAVI has no choice. This is where it got really chaotic. Where did the second flashbang come from? It was Nico who got flashed at that point. He might have been a teammate from CD Spawn. But there it is, that's pretty much a full eco. Simple decides to go all in. He's got the AK-47. It's what we call that tactical purchase. To be fair, they've pretty much gone all in. Zeus all in. He probably dropped the AK for Simple. They would have got $1,400. He's got 400 left over. So he bought armor, and then Zeus dropped him the AK. The rest of them keep their money up. So this is a tactical purchase, but quite an expensive one. Nades to the face is Simple. Did a ton of damage there. He needs to find his opening pick.
He's got aggression, AK to work with. You're right, ton of damage, but no information that he is still there. No information of the weapon he's equipped with. And he is extremely lethal. Off underneath, won't be able to trade back on that either if he finds Rain, but Rain with an AK of his own, slightly off in terms of where his position in Graveyard. Does actually have the headshot advantage. Olaf has now changed, but Simple knows that he's close. Flamey Gun down gets a little bit of information on Simple's behalf. Rain's still waiting for it. Shoulder peek from Simple. That's exactly what he wanted to do. No trade potential because Olaf's changed his angle back, but at least he gets Edward in doing so. And they'll fall off at least for now 48 seconds.
Yeah, the problem is the game's up now. They know Simple has the AK-47. They'll be more tentative. They'll hold up on the bomb side. They won't allow him to have opening picks. This is when the crossfires come into play. 4-on-3 advantage. It's a good time to drop the smokes now. Buy yourself 15 seconds where they can't come out that choke point. It's Electronic joined by Simple. They need to find something here, but surely they don't take that Guardian. He won't be facing this again. He holds a tighter angle. Flashbangs come in. He just wants to run that timer down.
About it, AK got in position, but now they've also slipped Kerrigan in behind them. Crossfire set, Olaf and Guardian once more. Kerrigan's not going to come into the fray at all. Electronic at least picks up the gun to work with, but unfortunately with 9 seconds, such limited HP, no chance for a plant either. Now it's only on to the second round loss bonus.
Indeed, and there are 2 players all in there. It was Zeus and Simple that had to drop the AK, purchase the armor, no money, another full eco. This is disastrous. The only round they've got so far is a 2-on-1 victory. And Flamey had a lovely spray down towards CD Spawn. But his Guardian hitting the shots so good on Inferno. He's one of my favorite offers to watch on this map. And are they forcing? Okay, so they've got Electronic with a Mac 10 and a smoke and armor. He's got another 1200. Simple with a deagle. He won't have the AWP anytime soon. So they'll try and do what they can with the upgraded pistols here. Rain towards second middle. Easy pick up. Nice trade though by Electronic with the Mac 10. Farm $600 there.
For Olaf to give himself a bit of protection. He knows that he's got company, exactly. So he's got to do something to keep himself contained. He's there because the smoke comes down as well. It still takes out Electronic, second player to peek. Simple's the man, but Zeus to push through the smoke. Naturally, he would do as soon as he's distracted. Baker's back turn, and the Crow swoops in. It's Flamey to try and find back out to find where Guardian is. Good shot on the deagle. Feeling confident, goes aggressive. At least tells Simple where he is, and finally they'll get a bomb plant out of this. Down to the one-on-one as well. It's Nico versus Simple. AWP picked up.
Oh, here we go.
Makes him a glass cannon late. There's a flash and a smoke for Simple to work with. Molotov for Nico to try and clear out the angle and pit.
Yeah, this is a great setup for Simple now. He's got the bomb down, looking towards quad, but Nico slips by him just as he turns away. He has no idea he's got towards the hay bales, or it seems like he does. There's the trajectory of the grenade coming in. This is going to be a raw battle. Simple takes the first punch, misses the blow, and he can't do it. Surely this is going to be a round for Nico. The deagle comes out, has to be a no-scope! And of course, Simple nails it! 2 rounds in the bag now for NAVI. It's taken some heroics each time, but he delivers the goods.
If that's what it takes, so be it, but Navi's still in a desperate position. He's lucky to have gotten that down so close to exactly where he was, plus still had the bomb to work. What a shot to take out Nico. Talk about skill head-to-head. Simple's more than willing to take that battle.
Wow.
Money with that has slowly dwindled out of Faze's wallet. It's down to just this round for them, so a chance perhaps for Navi to get back into this game. 8-2 already, CT side. So Navi can accumulate rounds and still make a case for this if they win up second half pistol, but Simple's got to try and find the op shot toward mid.
Big round here. If Navi can pick this one up, does break the economy of Faze. Utility's still okay. This is their final buy though. Navi with a massive lifeline there. Simple, of course it's him to find the round. So far it's Flamey and himself that has stepped up. WP in his favor. Guardian this time holding towards the quad position. Like we said, changing things up almost every single round.
Off the angle, that'll reveal that he's there because he fires the shot toward Edward. Now Navi looks like they've got a little bit more to them.
Yes,
a lot
spring
more
in their
teamwork.
step.
Yeah, exactly, and just the utility to get some angles early on. 56 seconds, they clear off and find out where the op is for Guardian. They're working most rounds already. Rush the corner, that'll clear coverage directly. Thought they might try and peek toward Library on the chance that the player peeking out was also caught by it, but they won't go immediately. Oh, massive gap in that smoke. Zeus will be aware of it. Goes out, certainly not. Guardian takes him down. That's lacking from that.
Yeah, that's a set smoke. He's just completely messed up there. That's got to go deeper and cover the whole library. But Simple, he's not missing anything. Takes down all of Meister, now a 4-on-4.
This is Rain to change position slightly. Flamey's got to hit it. Just manages to do so before Guardian takes him down. Had to hit that shot to allow the players hitting from apartments and quad side into the site. Better still, he follows up towards Guardian, goes back for more. Oh! And Simple on the opposite, bringing Navi to life single-handedly. It's just Nico again, and this time he may have to save. He's forced to check. Make sure that no one is nearby in Banana, and the M4 will be held. It's going to be 8-3, plus a potential save in the cards for Faze. This is exactly what Navi needed.
Yeah, now we've got a game on our hands. That's going to ruin the money of the Faze clan. Nico holding on to the M4A4 here as he heads towards T-steps. Of course, Simple again, doing what he does best there. 3 kills the AWP, up close and personal, very flashy, and he manages to open up that A-bomb site just as it started to look a little bit bleak there. Zeus running around the corner with a massive gap in the smoke. You'd assume those smokes would be nailed. You know the lineups, but gives Guardian the opportunity. But Simple on the recovery play. This was it. This is where it all started to go wrong. That shot, of course.
So solid. Knew immediately that the rotations were coming around as well. Checks correctly to find Kerrigan. So as mentioned, they've only got the one gun carried over onto Nico. No money spent on the others except Kerrigan. Wants one flash. Trying to get Nico into position toward top Banana. They've been playing it together with decent success. Looks to be the case because Kerrigan sets up toward Coffins with Rain nearby as well. Nico already top Banana, so time the flash for the peak. Don't want to go too early. They'd be better off waiting to confirm for sure that there's going to be at least a presence up close for him to find. That's now confirmed by the amount of utility. That's the flash they wanted, but they can't get anything with it. So the one piece of utility to try and get the M4 relevant already gone. Goes deep as well, and look at the damage done to Rain. Simple still looking as well for anyone. It's uncharacteristically still being aggressive on the Faze side. Finally work back over as well toward B. Slightly
Good
off
position.
angle as well. Yeah, Flamey could be caught by this. They've missed the smoke on this side before as well. Not fancying his luck to sit around too long. In fact, he's going to get aggressive. He's certainly going to be greeted on the other side. Flamey wins out the exchange. That's going to open up Arch, at least for now. They've got 3 inside of the site. Watch Rat potential. Rain's not yet on the rotation, so they've got some room to work with in front of Library. Zeus inside of the site. Peculiar angle to take a jump on, but gets away with it. Takes down Kerrigan. Pistols can't do anything, and Rain nowhere nearby, as mentioned. Means that it's 8-4.
They walk straight into the lion's den there, but luckily only silenced USPs waiting for them. 20 seconds on the clock, a couple of kills traded. That could have fallen apart. Clean and clinical though. Flamey with 2, Zeus picking up 1, Electronic with the 4th. It'll be Rain now with the silenced USP. Just hoping he can find an exit frag here. Very unlikely he does anything with it. He wants to try and get that M4. He knows when the bomb goes off, it'll fly towards him. Simple throws his AWP around the corner there. Bit of a weird one, but there we go. Rain manages to get $300 by finding that kill. That's about it. Bit of a smile on his face. I don't think he meant to do that.
Going back to the Dust 2 strategy.
Yeah, we'll throw the AWP around the corner, get the pistol out.
Over the window.
Yeah, go look it up. That is quite a cool clip. Round number 13. This has been a very fast half, I have to say, Matt. But I'm glad Navi is starting to show up now. A weak buy for Faze, I have to say. 4 M4s, a Guardian glass cannon, meaning he has no armor, very vulnerable to grenades. All the choke points and AWPs usually hold are kind of flushed out with the HEs. You think towards Banana Corner and apartments, like those are positions that are volatile. So see if he can step up there. Simple predicts they might be going aggressive towards the CT side of apartments. Not going to be the case though. We actually got 3 players towards quad. Faze changing things up completely. It's be Guardian, Rain, and Olofmeister. Rain plays that corner so often. We just switched to Rain right now. You can see he tucks himself in here. Guardian will bait him in. He's so sick at holding this particular spot.
Already again getting aggressive toward Boiler with Simple and the Op this time joining them. Quad side stack toward A as well. Fine and dandy to play off of each other. Certainly opens up a lot of potential in the wrap early, which means Kerrigan should have already put the horse on based on the information. He'll start now, but Edward takes down Rain. She had around the corner to deal with Guardian, and they'll back off the pressure as well. And this is actually a reasonable choice to do so because Kerrigan's already rotated. Electronics going to start to evaluate B. That gives them the options to fall back earlier when earlier Navi are starting to create space for themselves.
Smoke deployed towards Banana. Could go for the split here. Going through the CTRs. This kill is important. Zeus can't find it. Bomb's still down in middle now. 30 seconds remaining. They need to work out where they're going with this one. Looks like the bomb side wrap now. Zeus knows Kerrigan's locked in towards the library.
I thought maybe the possibility was to go back toward B after spotting Kerrigan because that confirms rotation. Guardian, though, does have his back turns. Definitely rough library, but it doesn't do much else. Guardian missing an uncharacteristic shot. It's an easy one, gets taken down immediately, and now look at NAVI. That's affirmative. It's just Nico remains, bomb planted. They're stringing them together, and it's everyone showing up now, not just Simple.
Yeah, it's looking much better here. The map control coming in at the very start. A slow round, of course, but they push them back. You're absolutely right. Once they know Kerrigan so deep in towards the arch, that late smoke, it was a weird one they threw, and they bounced many times. It landed in front of the library. That's their commitment then towards the A-bomb site. They're hitting the shots now, and the players are coming to life. Have a look at the scoreboard while we're here. On the Navi side, it's Simple, of course. 10 frags for him. Flamey, 13. So it's good to see those names at the very top. Edward and Zeus, you don't expect them to be at the top of the scoreboard. 3 for Edward, Zeus have 4. Electronic mid-table, 6 and 10. It's Kerrigan actually at the very top for Faze, 13 and 8. That is not good news, actually. That's actually a little bit worrying for Faze as this game develops.
Trend in that. Kerrigan, this is the first game he's been actually at the top of the leaderboard for Faze. He's been more the, obviously I'm not going to say problem, but he's definitely been nearer the lesser of the frag totals, especially doing the in-game leading. The pistol against the Deagle, pretty straightforward kill for Edward. Simple takes down Guardian.
This is really
damage
nice
to both of them, by the way.
Yeah, really nice, like slow, methodical stuff from Navi, working as a unit, getting middle, dissecting the map piece by piece, and they have taken a lot of damage. Simple down to 16, Edward at 6. This still could all go horribly wrong. Kerrigan has to hit this through the wall. He'll get it, but it leaves him alone in a very difficult situation. The AWP won't help him much here. He'll get Molotov out of position and just try and stay alive the best he can at this point. Whoa, nice shot!
Surprise, surprise. Edward gone. He was low on HP as it was, but it was the AWP either way. Unfortunately, Kerrigan's now spotted. If he chance to get the repeat done before Zeus bounced, it might have been interesting. Down to a one-on-one, but 8-6. Pull this back from an 8-1 score, at which time they were reset. So they've done this the hard way.
They absolutely have. 8-1. And then they completely turn it around. This is looking very positive now. It is a CD-sided map, and the money is pretty good for Faze in the final round. Maximum loss bonus, I have to say. Double orb setup. This is what I normally say is when Faze start to look a little bit shaky, but at this point, maybe this is the recipe to get them back on track and find that 9-6. It'll be Nico towards the B side of the map. And we'll see whether he wants to get aggressive here at the very start. He does indeed. Some orb is almost push through the fire there and try and get the first pick. He'll just hold back for now. He knows they can't go much further than the logs with that Molotov down in front of him. This is an air execute all day long.
Backed off by Flames, tries to get a little more vision. They've not actually gone aggressive down Banana too often, or even peeked beyond the half wall, to be fair. Now that he has the double op up, like the position, they'll rotate over, so execute might be the call, but they'll have a strengthened defense to greet them. Guardian, still looking for information, will start to spot the nades being thrown in his direction. Again, a gap toward the mid-wall. That means they could easily try and take advantage of it. He can't manage the shot, but Rain certainly can. In the sight, wrapping around, though. Not too many men in front of him to deal with. A late smoke in front of library means Guardian has no vision. They'll have to concede the plant at this point in time at the very least, and he has to wait for Nico double off on a retake, and neither have kits.
Or nades.
Smoke has a gap, but no one in pit to find, and Guardian. Could someone oversteps the mark, tries to bait out with a shot toward the back of the site that would easily leave Nico in position to capitalize. Nade throwing is going to do massive damage to Guardian. He's taken that through the box as well. Down to the right, just 10 HP, and Edward already finding his teammate. Means Electronic confirms it. 6 straight rounds. We go 8-7. What a turnaround from NAVI.
I didn't think either team looked particularly good this map. I feel like Faze got off to that great start by NAVI playing themselves. That weird force buy in the 3rd round set himself up like in a horrible way. It's as soon as Simple arrives, Flamey starts winning some clutches, they build their economy. NAVI actually played a much better squad there. Faze couldn't get it together. Holding aggressively, they couldn't find their shots. Their synergy was off when they were trying to bait in rain. The execution from NAVI were actually pretty clean. A lot of missed smokes from either sides, but Simple and co made it work. They, even with the gaps in the smoke, they were able to recover the situation. And Carrigan top fragging in the half, like I said, that is not good news. Sure, you might think one of your weaker players having a great performance is good, but no, you do not want that. You want your Nikos, you want your Reigns at the very top. Guardian should be carrying on this map. He had a fantastic start when they were cruising, but he seemed to drop off as Simple came to life. Half number 2 now. NAVI looking to tie things up. At 8-1, I didn't think it was possible. I thought this was going to be a lackluster semi-final, but it's certainly heating up now.
So walk toward the top of mid, slow it down, not to reveal too much on the Faze side, and they'll just check each corner. This should be a bait play for Edward. Zeus takes the angle, and they all turn, which means they all line up, but Edward only manages the one. It looked like he would get 2 headshots out of it initially. Electronic in the pit. That's a bit of a problem, especially trying to anchor off the A site. Bomb down, just Simple. Immediately greeted, confronted by Guardian at the arch. He's certainly going to get nowhere near the bomb or anywhere near the round. Faze take their 9th, and they'll take the momentum with it.
Good job by Faze. Clinical stuff there. Really much given away whatsoever. It's Ray making his way out of the apartments. They'd already found the opening frag. He picks up the USP, and he looks like a savage. It's a headshot Electronic. That was the last line of defense, and you'd assume a force buy comes in from NAVI. As they get the CZs out, the armor as well. Just to know, Simple, this is a little bit frustrating at times. Obviously, he's an amazing rifler. He can handle himself the M4, but surely you want him on the AWP, especially on the CT side. They're putting a lot into this one. If they do not win this round, he will not have an AWP. Got down to $0. Mac 10 for Rain. Guardian on the UMP. Carrigan MP7. An eclectic array of SMGs there to the Olaf Meister and Nico on the AK-47. So they go for banana control here. Good Molotovs to flush out any CTs at the top. Pushing through the smoke. See if they can finish up with the few remaining bits of utility they have.
Fires on the SMGs. Naturally, they're the ones to step up first. Smoke for the CTs, most of which they'll be able to deploy, and they want to boost above it on the T side to see if anyone was going to peek.
Yeah, it's a very common strategy for CTs to flash over the CZs and try and isolate them behind that smoke. But nice work by Faze to get on this position. This is actually very strong. He knows when anyone comes on the corner, they're not going to be pre-aiming that. 45 seconds, still plenty of time. It's going to be Rain just to show some presence here. That's not a big deal. He goes down. He only had the Mac 10. Quite standard for Mac 10 to go exploring, get some information. They find one kill, great. If they don't, it's still looking good for the round. Smoking towards Banana now. There's only 2 players there. There is a boost though. Edward has to go absolutely huge here. Gets flashed, drops down. Simple can't find a shot. Can Edward? He'll get one. I think that's all he gets. Significant damage inflicted. He's still alive. But that should be the round concluded now.
Not much you can really do with the CZ in that position. As soon as they know where you are, not many numbers running around, gone instantly. Electronic, Flamey. Decent pistols to do damage, especially Flamey at range on the Deagle. There's not enough damage that can actually be possible if they get close. That's not going to happen if not Nico holds in that fashion, but this is exactly what Electronic is capable of doing with the CZ. He swings toward Emo as well. Second shot, oh, just barely gets around the corner, but self-preservation not enough. Carrigan gets to the angle in time.
A little bit too close for comfort there, I have to say, but Faze make it work. As long as the round's on the board against that force buy, yeah, absolutely fine on the T side. NAVI surely don't fort again here. They did this in the T side. It was almost the unraveling of them. Carrigan wins out in the 1 versus 1. Doesn't look like NAVI will be force buying here from what I can see at this point. Carrigan continues a strong performance so far. One of those beautiful finishes, but they all count. Yes, indeed. Full eco for NAVI. Should be 11-7 here. Remember, this is Navi's pick, so big times ahead.
He's down. Barrels. Closer for Guardian to go. Let's take towards CT immediately. Simple's there, but he'll back off. Matter of procedure at this point in time, really, for Faze. 3 SMGs still carried over as well. Just to try and build their bank. NAVI. At least they've not bought anything at all into this round, so they're not going to make the same mistake they made at the start of the first half.
Exactly. And it will be Rain now. Same mentality. Mac 10 trying to farm some cash, and he certainly finds a lot of it. 1,200 in the bank. That pays off the debt for the Mac 10, and it's Simple and Edward remaining. Edward might be able to get 1 kill. You can see Olof Meister very low HP, but he doesn't face first. If you spot him retreating towards the arch, Simple waits in towards the ruins. Probably takes down Guardian here. There it is. But again, just an SMG to recover. Too tantalizing. And Rain finishes it off. There it is. 11-7.
Worth pushing for Simple to get more kills. Obviously not tantalizing with the SMG, but every kill he gets would help. The bank. And we go to guns, and it's not quite... Well, Nico's already elected not to for sure, but the AK carried up, but not quite tantalizing enough, I think, on the T side for them to go all the way onto rifles. The bonus potential certainly exists, although they've dropped the op out from Nico. He had exactly enough for it. So in doing so, even though Guardian went down, the other two won't upgrade. He gets the AWP immediately. There wasn't enough for one of the CT side. In fact, Edward's still on an MP9.
Indeed he is. Waits the downside of force buying. Can be quite exciting to win the rounds, but it can fall apart. Nice fast round here, but Flamey's ready and waiting. Mo's down 2 and almost a third. Dinks Olof Meister. They're trying to completely dictate the pace of the round, and it didn't work out for them whatsoever. A weak buy of Navi looking quite promising now.
Zeus fire shots toward apartments. Wishful thinking perhaps to get Flamey into a relevant position and watching the doorway. Smoke down was always going to discourage Kerrigan backward. Tag to 9 as well, though, for Faze is certainly a limiting factor. He's elected to pick up the AWP. Shoulder shown. Good find, Guardian. He was on the AK instead. So far forward as well with it. He starts to look toward Pit. He's got problems, though, because he knows the timing that Simple, or someone at least, was going to be sneaking back over from Library. Good find to take him down. That's going to limit him with just Kerrigan. Bomb's still up in Olaf's hands. Kerrigan's got a lot of work to do. He'll start it well. Knew that Simple was in position, and he'd given up a lot of room over toward the arch. That shot, even if he could have done damage, would have been significant.
He's got company, though. Top and middle is where Edward resides. He'll spot him first. Surely Kerrigan doesn't take him down. Luckily for Edward, he does not. 4 HP remains, and Olof Meister left in a very tricky position. He has 9 HP, the bomb on his back, and now taken down. I have to say, this is the problem I saw with Faze earlier in the tournament. It's Kerrigan trying to make very fast calls instead of exploiting the fact that they've got lesser weaponry, probably don't have the AWP. He's rushing middle, and look how sloppy it is. Everyone's got their nades out. It's all chaotic. There's Flamey, like, he gets 2 frags short, but they're not too difficult. Like, that's pretty easy for most pros. I think Kerrigan just needs to slow things down, ascertain what they've got, bleed them out with the grenades, and he's really need to calm down with the calls and work out what he's up against first. Still plenty of money. That was technically a bonus round of the SMGs there, but would have preferred that to be a lot slower. CZ for Kerrigan, AWP for Guardian, and watch out for him. We said it in the pre-game map. T-side AWP for Guardian. I think he's the absolute best. In terms of his aggression, what he can do on the T-side of this map, it's beautiful to watch sometimes.
Spray in, and Flamey will switch back out with Edward. Points of damage at the very least. Only one to receive anything. They're really flirting with the idea, but it's costing them at the end. Edward's already down to 52, so one final flash perhaps, and then position. In fact, that flash was one too many as Nico had the angle. It never went far enough to the backside of Banana, and smokes were gone.
Early pick for Nico. CT's now scrambling to recover. They are going to try and take back Banana, which they do successfully. Good Molotov there. Zeus will find an M4 upgrading from his MP7. He is not in the form to be taking this sort of challenge.
Yeah, he's flirting with death with Guardian so close to the AWP as well. Gets tagged to the wall. He has to back.
Like your players like your Simple, your Nikos, they can take that. Zeus right now, I think that was a scary move to make on low HP as well. Get some information they're there. There's 40 seconds. They could definitely fall back. They're boosting one up in CT spawn. I can see on the mini-map right now. Indeed, they are. Edward goes up with the AK-47. Very common spot, but you'd be surprised how many kills come from that spot.
With patience. presence as well for Kerrigan. He's timed it perfectly. They still have to deal with the fact that Electronic has position drops in, but he's got more problems below. He almost was better off to hold the high angle and not give the players wrapping in a shot toward him. Fortunately, one step too far falls off. Bomb planted, and already NAVI have to save. Just the one round so far on their CT campaign. 12 for Faze means 4 to go.
Indeed. It will be Edward to hold on to the AK-47. If they do manage to hold on to both rifles here, there'll be somewhat of a buy available to them. They'll probably force around it. Time will tell. They might just get Deagle with no armor. As you can see, about $1,000 per player. Not ideal. They get 1,400 on top of this with the two. The AK and the M4 is such a call. I take a timeout and discuss it with the team. With a player like Simple, give him that AK-47, get CZs around him, that could be enough. Probably not the full investment. Some CZs, definitely worthwhile here. They will indeed hold on to Zeus and Edward's aforementioned weaponry there. Nice slow around there from Faze, waiting for the mistakes to be made. NAVI aggressive towards Banana. Nico knowing they're going to overextend at 1 point. Takes the first shot down. Zeus, like we saw, trying to take a kill back in response, but didn't work out for him. And indeed, timeout comes in from NAVI. Good call. Work out with the players here. You've got 2 rifles. Important decision. A pivotal part of the game right now. What play will they make? They've been very audacious with their purchases so far. Their 3rd tactical timeout. They're swapping weaponry. There you go. Give Simple one of the rifles. I'd say give him the AK, if anything. Edward might want to consider that. Like it's going to happen. Simple have the M4A form. Find out that's some CZs coming out. And they will indeed go all in. I'm not sure. Flaming or yet to purchase. Yeah, they're going all in. This is a big moment. This is do or die time for NAVI. M4, AK-47, upgraded pistols. A couple of defuse kits. Little in terms of utility. Simple, you would assume, will go and try and sneak into the back lines here and see whether he can cause absolute chaos.
Guardian's up to no good. Aggressive on the AWP already toward top middle, knowing he's got presence on the other side. You say he is, but man, oh man. Looks toward it. Zeus tries to back away. Pistol still in hand. Guardian knows they retreat back to the site at the very least, and he'll continue on with aggression, but forward to continue on much beyond this without support behind him. So they'll group with rifles at least and cover out. Cubby. Pending threats going for now. Back toward the convergence in front of Arches. Ian wants to get around the corner, missing a shot. He goes down. AWP lost. Nico has to be careful to dissect exactly how many are there. Not aware that they're so close. He's lucky that he's got rain over his shoulder because he gets the shot back, and Zeus is next in line. So the gun's successful. It's just Electronic, and Edward and Kerrigan's going to dispose of the former. But Edward's still running to try and save his AK-47.
What is the golden rule, Matthew? Use the buddy system. Have the trade.
Never treat anyone how you wouldn't want to be treated
that
yourself.
As well, but the golden rule of Counter-Strike is always have the trades available. If you come in towards a bomb site, make sure you have your teammates there. If you miss a shot, you pull out a grenade, Rain is there, ready and waiting, AK in hand, saving his teammates there. That was key. That was textbook CS. Watch and learn. That was very good indeed. Rain doing everything he can. That round could have fallen apart, let me tell you. He knew he had to make sure he was ready to strike at any moment. Edward with the AK-47. As we said, that was a pivotal round. Faze clan, sure, they take a lot of damage with 4 players still alive. If they can find Edward here, that'd be great. Edward finds his 9th kill of the game.
Not going to do anything further. 2 players low HP. Kerrigan's nowhere nearby, so at least the AK carried once more. But you're right, Faze playing up to 13 rounds. CT's desperate for it.
You see what I mean? He's just there, ready to trade. He's doing it for his teammates, protecting everyone. He's the real Guardian there. Impressive quiff today as well.
Interestingly enough, there's going to be less wealth distribution than I thought. I thought possibly they'd try and get a second rifle up again, but they'll take this one cold.
Yeah, they
just
kind
a
of
few pistols.
You're going to have to let it go to 14-8. Hope Edward could, I don't know why he's got the rifle. Give it to Simple. I know that sounds a little bit rude, but you've got one of the most skilled players in the entire planet, his server, who's an amazing AK user, and Edwards, definitely a support player of the team. Give it to him. I guess he's got the armor. It's the only way you can really justify it.
Let's see what he does with it. Aggressive to start off rather than aggressive as we've come to expect from Edward often in many angles. So forced off. Can't get anything done from boiler position. So the step up of smoke at least gives CZ a chance for a headshot. Smoke's down toward Often they'll know this is now going to be a B hit. That's an interesting flash. Good read from Zeus, turns it in time. Electronic will swing around as well toward Coffin. Crossfire at this range is not good enough, and they're already backing off of it because on top of mid, they've got Rain walking in. He'll confirm that it's going to be clear. Not only that, he's going to line him up with the arch wall so that anyone swinging back to the side immediately has to bypass an AK-47 that is certainly ready with crosshair placement. First to arrive, Edward takes a bit of damage. They'll go in numbers, fair enough. So they don't get a single kill with it. Now that actually strengthens the retake potential from NAVI because 2 AKs to work with, but Guardian aggressive, found as well. This is actually more awkward than you'd expect in this situation. The bigger problem is that they don't have any kits and they also don't have armor. The better call if they can't get a kill within the next, I would say, 5 seconds is actually just try and fortify the buy in the next round and back off with the weapons they've saved. They're looking increasingly like they want to go. Kerrigan forced out. Eco, good shot to Edward, and that's going to bring Kerrigan back in. Traded immediately by Electronic. Still a chance in it. And that's going to work out well because Simple gets the first shot, but swinging in. It's going to be the kill from Electronic. He's got the time as well.
That's a blunder from Faze. I'm not really sure what happened there. That was 5 players towards the B bomb site with USPs and 1 AK, and NAVI come out on top. He'll get it with little time to spare there, but I have no idea how it all falls apart. Electronic is the hero of the round. Another one the NAVI steal away. That should not be going down in that manner, but he hits all the shots required. Simple with the AWP coming in. He gets a great shot with the CZ. Olafmeister can't hold on. That'll be a round they'll live to regret, I think.
No armor as well, which was actually a bit of a surprise. He didn't take more aim punch factor through the edge of the box, but Rain missing the shots as well and just getting run down with an AK that wasn't tradable. That's changing the whole round.
That's crazy. They had 5 players at B, the full fake work, bomb down, and somehow it falls apart there. Faze are not looking their very best today.
The tenacity from NAVI to just run in and take the exchange early. Full commitment to it. Simple flashed off, won't be able to hit much with the AWP. As well means he's got to change all the way back. CT. Used him as the anchor, so the rotation hasn't exactly occurred yet. In fact, Edward could play orange as one, hoping that if they get deep enough, they'll overlook his stance. The problem with that is if a smoke comes down for Simple, there is rotation time, so how quickly they go behind it before he gets to Coffins is extremely limiting for the way Edward's choosing to deal with this. So here's the smoke. So at least contain Banana for now. Same boost they went for last time with Guardian, but Molotovs of their own. Not gonna be anyone getting aggressive. Flash will change that. Edward can't hit the shot. He's got company. It's gonna be a Olaf to immediately get him. Simple up close. He has to get over the wall. Just barely gets away. Good movement. Lack of commitment perhaps from Faze, and he wants more, but Guardian surprisingly actually spots him very quickly. It almost looked like Simple didn't have the vision that we might have had. He's going to be able to do, has to wait for rotations. They're going to be slow as well to try and push down middle because they haven't had the bomb planted yet, so they aren't convinced.
Bomb is planted, man. It's going to be Guardian to hold them off towards this area of the map. Can't hit the shot, though. It's Flamey with the AWP. Surprise, surprise. As they're now in a 3-on-2 situation.
Kerrigan's going to hold the wall. Zeus has made noise. Flash won't deter either. Kerrigan needs this kill. Shadow shows he's got the advantage. The headshot there. Just one to remain as all of a sudden Nico has Electronic dead in his sights. Flamey tries to walk back around. He knows where he is. Problem's not him. It's Kerrigan that's going to swing in behind it. Flamey in the AWP's lost track of where he's gone. He plays this perfectly. There's nothing Flamey can do. No kit. Already done. In fact, needs to get away with the AWP. Can't even do that. Good recovery from Faze as Kerrigan stays alive on top of it as well.
Textbook from Kerrigan there. Doesn't want to go for the flashy finish. Spots the bomb. Sees he's not defusing. Doesn't risk it. He knows against the AWP, if he misses one bullet, that could be it. Spots it, hides, guarantees him to not defuse the bomb, and then catches him as he retreats out of the site. That's actually really well played from Kerrigan. There it is, the final frag coming in, and that's actually presumably a reset at this point, as we're very close to map point. And remember, this is the best of 3, our first semi-final of the day. CZs, 1-4 UMP. This really is do or die now. NAVI lose this, it's game over. McCoy have no money at all. Simple's not going down, about a fight! He'll get one, and that's it. That's the rifle gun. He does significant damage towards Nico. But still 4-4 as Edward tries to get that M4 back desperately. He does actually manage to find it.
9 HP for Nico after the exchange, but Edward, you're right, just manages to get away. So back to essentially where we were 2 rounds ago, but deeper into it. Certainly benefits Faze to get onto the overtime point. Execution potential exists. They've not used any utility, at least in terms of smokes on the Faze side. There's not much to defend with. Conversely, for NAVI. Go first, try and spot out everything toward the arch side. Want to flash him in. He's hoping that NAVI try and, or rather at least get desperate rather than trying, but get desperate and push out for information. Meanwhile, it's the last line of defense at B. He's got the rifle, that's decent work. Look at the damage done. 1 HP left on Nico. Guardian's got low enough, the pistols suddenly become relevant, but not if they can't get to the B site because they're cut off by Olaf. He's going to keep things busy on A without the bomb plant. In fact, they have already committed to going back his direction, hoping that him spotting the rotations means no one else left in the site. Electronic can play this very slow, though. If they overlook the fact that he's here, finds high HP, he's got a chance, then it gets traded out. Great shot, Nico.
That was the chance. Zeus now, 2 versus 1. Nico 1 HP, but they played this correctly. He's making a ton of noise. He's got no nades. He's got no kit. In he comes. A lot of sound made. They know exactly where he is. If Zeus wins this, I'll be immensely impressed. They know exactly where to shoot. Olafmeister takes him down. Clinical stuff there. 15-9 money, as we said, in the actual bin now. NAVI, it's been an absolute miracle if they can recover this and go to overtime.
Considering the turnaround of the first half, I expected a lot more from their CT side.
Well, considering some of the mistakes Faze will be making, they've given up a full eco as well. You'd think this would be a much closer game, but NAVI, fantastic in the first half. 8-1 down, like you said, a tenacity to come back and manage to make it a competitive game, but only 1 round so far, which was a tie clutch as well. CZs, Deagles, the last hope of NAVI. They're going to have to push through these smokes and try and steal away a Deagle shot. Flamey gives up the fact they have no weaponry. Mac-10 comes out, good weapon in his position. 2 players are helmets, that's Flamey and Zeus. As you can see, some more avant-garde strategies here, pushing up the crossfires of the CZs, trying to find the opening pick.
Interesting approach to trying to play the hallway in apartment. Interesting crossfire, works out for a trade at least.
Yeah, but all he gets is the Mac-10. That's why Rain is happy to be there by himself. That's quite smart from him. He gets a kill. 4-on-4 certainly favors the terrorist forces. They know they're up against pistols now. Edward, pretty much alone here. He'll go around the broken wall. Might get 1 kill. Not even that. This should be game now. Final commitment from Faze as they head towards the B-bomb site.
Smokes down, doubling up. In fact, as they desperate to get it in and get it over with at this point in time. Flashes will counter off Kerrigan, but he's going to go back and babysit Banana as it is. They don't have the awareness that Simple's gotten so close so quickly. Molotov, he can go through that because he's already inside of the smoke, which means it's not going to do damage to him. Good find on the Deagle to the AK, and he's got Olaf down as well. Suddenly there's a chance that it damage has been distributed massively to his teammates, however. And now that chance is suddenly subdued by Flamey, dropping immediately. It's Simple with armor on 19, Electronic 59. No nades to work with, no kits either. Nico is playing a perfect angle to try and get information without exposing himself too deeply, without committing to the fight. And when he goes, Electronic's perfectly positioned to take the headshot. 16-9. Faze will take map 1.
As I mentioned, Matt, I wasn't too impressed with either side there. Faze not looking their absolute best, but they got over the finish mark in map number 1. Some mistakes made on either side, and